I don't understand how this guy keeps popping up in the news and how he's even relevant, but as long as he continues to be a nuisance and commit crimes, we're going to be covering him. So here today we have Jack Doherty getting arrested in Miami for whatever reason. I don't understand how anyone watches this person. Are they hate watching him? Do they just dislike him so much they're gonna tune into all of the streams? I genuinely don't understand society at all. Like, the Hawk Tuah girl was obviously an industry plant. This guy flipping bottles and markers, clearly an industry plant, but here we are. I could cover something real and authentic, but no one watches that. No one wants to hear about that. They want the entertainment, so here we are, and here we go.
It is safe to say Jack Doherty's year just keeps getting worse because he was just arrested. The dude, known for harassing strangers on the street, then hiding behind his bodyguard, has essentially been one of the largest internet punching bags for a while now. And instead of him taking a step back and figuring out why people are treating him like this, because honestly, it's pretty easy to see why.
Yo, what's up? What's up? What you gonna do? What you gonna do, little bro? What you gonna do?
Yeah, instead of doing anything with that behavior, he just kind of doubles down into what he calls his villain arc. And I guess this villain arc is just running an OF management, continuing to harass strangers on stream, and he obviously doesn't take things too well when people talk about how he clings to his security.
Bro, I have never seen him holding hands and walking with... That is... Oh man, he is not gonna live that. That is so adorable. I can't believe... Like, what is going on with the world today? I genuinely don't understand society, but if it wasn't this weird and hilarious, I wouldn't be covering it.
But today, with his arrest, there was something that was confirmed from the McKinley podcast that we covered a couple weeks ago. Essentially, his ex went onto a podcast and spent about 5 hours talking about how awful it was living and working with Jack. And she specifically went over his stimulant usage, which is one of the reasons he was arrested now. And I also do want to say real quick, the podcast is kind of like a crabs in the bucket situation, as both people involved are just scumbags. Now, obviously, that doesn't justify Jack hospitalizing her on purpose for content because he wanted to do a funny moment and flip the golf cart with her in it. But, still, as soon as she left that relationship, she continued to promote her OF through slandering other creators like Mr. Beast and even Lacey. And honestly, it's pretty much straightforward. Good people don't make up stuff like that about others for money. That's pretty simple. But today, while I was having coffee, I saw this come across my feed. Content creator Jack Doherty arrested in Florida. Oh boy. So, let's check out this footage here. All right, so we have part one here.
What? No.
I got him. Hey, yo, you don't want to go neither. Back up. I'm just saying I got it. Back up. Don't worry about it.
How hilarious is it that the security just popped up? He's like, I got it from here. What's he gonna do? Flip a badge open and be like, Jack Doherty, private security. I got it from here, officers. Special agent is on the... Like, what are you doing, bro? Get out of here.
Back up. Yo, back up. Yo.
What is he doing with his phone? Why did he grab his phone back to do that? Was that the resisting part?
Funny. You want to be funny? You try to get on the street. Go on the street. I know who the you think you are, bro.
I'm getting out the street.
No, you're not.
He was trying...
After I do it, who the are you, bro?
I was trying to walk up the street, but...
Doesn't matter, bro. All you had to do was get in the sidewalk. That's it. And you want to be funny. That's it, bro.
So he was filming something in the middle of the road and was probably asked to leave, and he kept filming his bit. That's my guess. Okay, wow, he was like smack in the middle of the road.
He's trying to make a video.
Everything got to be some goddamn content, man.
That's the security guard, I'm assuming, complaining about this was all over some content. Okay. Here, let's check out part two here.
What did he do?
He was running a stake hand. He was doing a gambling thing.
Okay, so he was filming some ad for steak or something.
Got to be some goddamn content, man.
Okay, and that's the clip of his security venting about it.
Yes.
Okay, confirming it was content.
These are all hired police officers, and this is the prank.
Right. Right. We have very limited information. Obviously, this happened in Miami Beach, but the police did apparently make a statement about this, calling him a, in quote, shithead. So here last evening, Miami Beach police arrested a social media influencer, Jack Doherty, as he was walking in the middle of a busy street while live streaming and ignoring the repeated officer demands to clear the roadway. Bravo to the men and women of Miami Beach PD. Ensuring that entitled little shitheads like this know that if you come to Miami Beach, you will respect our city, respect our men and women in blue, and respect our laws makes our entire community better. Our incredible law enforcement have my full support enforcing our laws regardless of someone's color, social media account, bank account, or any other arbitrary measure that leads people to wrongly believe they have special entitlement in our city. That's a quote from Commissioner Joe Magazine. And what's interesting as well is like this is all coming off of a viral confrontation he had just a couple days ago, which I think also happened at Miami Beach.
It's very understandable what you're doing. Like the fact that you're fans like and make hundreds of thousands, if not millions, it's like who wouldn't do that? But I just think that it's degenerate. I think you're ruining, you know, your image, absolutely. But I guess like with what's in return, it doesn't really matter.
There's like no image and no money, and like maybe not the best image, but a lot of money. It's like,
yeah, but I mean like.
That is the dumbest justification of that, though.
The same image, and we all hang out with each other. That's all that matters.
Yeah, but their souls are gone at the end of the day.
Well, our parents still love us, so
yeah,
that's all that matters. You know, you don't have to please the world. You know, that's the thing.
You don't think your soul is gone? I would definitely disagree.
I feel like this is very common backlash they get, though.
You know?
I don't. Yeah, they could say that about me, but it wouldn't be true. You know, there's.
So the same thing with them too. You know, it's like people can say it, but it's not true. You know, they're also like completely normal people. You know.
Well, do you acknowledge the fact that you'll never likely be able to have a relationship that's like permanent?
I have to stay in relationships. They're going.
Yeah.
Don't say it on stream. No, I'm kidding.
But anyone who's like willing to put up with you know your whole package, I feel like is not going to be someone who's
She's a lot to put up with, Grace. A lot of food comes with her. A lot of sassy frat.
Maybe I'm being negative and I'm not with the times, but I just don't see any man willing to take you on.
Yo, that's crazy. Well, now what? He has no choice now. Like, but to find a man that's gonna take her on.
Well, yeah, no, you gotta double down on your. I'd be like, yeah. Definitely gotta double down on it.
So that clip went pretty viral, but this is like the extremely common.
Why is this stuff going viral? That was like a nothing clip. My goodness, bro. People want to tell other people how to live their lives. I'm just laughing at this whole thing. This is so funny to me. I genuinely don't understand how this guy's even popular and who watches him. And then that other guy that was talking, I guess he's like a meth addict.
Feedback that they get. So I'm kind of surprised that Jack hasn't came up with better comebacks when people are giving him the same thing over and over again. But I mean, at this point, I feel like it's very clear that people dislike how they promote themselves as they essentially paddle this adult content straight to kids. And it's very clear by the way they market themselves. A little bit of a stretch though, but the dude did call him out for being soulless, and now they were arrested for filming a gambling promotion in the middle of the street. Either way though, Jack's bodyguard might be feeling like this right now. So I mean, going off of the information that we have right now, I feel like they were filming some sort of gambling promotion in the middle of the road. The cops claimed he was streaming, but I couldn't verify that he was. So again, I think they were just filming some sort of steak promo or something like that. So yeah, I'm just guessing it was some gambling promo in the middle of the street. And naturally, he was breaking the law while in possession of things that he shouldn't have. So he was being a complete moron. But with him, that's nothing new because his entire life is kind of like a skill issue. And currently, he's now facing 7 years in prison. So Jack Doherty just got hit with 3 separate charges in Florida, and the max penalties are worse than what people think. Because he's facing a felony for possession of controlled substances, which alone can carry 5 years in prison. Then he has possession of under 20 G's of that Bob Marley special, which is a first-degree misdemeanor with up to 1 year in jail. And then on top of that, he's being charged with resisting an officer without violence, which is another possible year. So altogether stacked, he's technically looking at up to 7 years behind bars in an absolute worst-case scenario. Realistically, though, he probably won't see anything near this because, you know, from what I can tell, he's a first-time offender, so he'll probably just end up getting probation or some sort of diversion. Overall, though, I don't really see this as being a super big deal. Ironically, he likely has a stimulant prescription, he has a personal use amount of bud, and obviously resisting arrest and being a moron on the street, that's probably the worst thing going for him here, unless whatever stimulants he had on him were not prescribed to him. Then he could actually be in a whole nother world of trouble. So the most likely outcome of all this is probably, you know, some fines and probation. But from what I can tell, as of recording this video, he hasn't been bailed out yet. So that's also kind of interesting.
But if the punishment is but a fine, it's a rule for poor people. This guy's not gonna see that much time or any time. He's just gonna pay it off. He's gonna be on probation and have to do like goodwill or something, basically bribing the cops as if they're not a part of it. But I don't know what to say.
But I mean, hey, knowing him, he'll probably slither his way out of this. So subscribe if you're new, because I'm trying to get about 2 million subscribers here because we're getting really close, and it'll be dope if we hit that sometime soon. But other than that, I'll see you guys in tomorrow's video. Thank you so much for the support. Peace.
Yeah, I really like this guy's video because he keeps it to the point and there's not too much bias in it. I'm just trying to figure out why this guy keeps popping up in the news and why people keep watching him. He needs to disappear like that Hawk Tour girl. What's she up to? Streaming to her like 9-10 people that still follow her. Clearly an industry plant, just like Jack Doherty. But I guess Jack Doherty has women around him, and that's like the juvenile fantasy, so a bunch of kids are watching it. I don't know. I don't watch it. I'm just reporting on it because it's entertainment. If you're new here, make sure you like, follow, subscribe, do all that good stuff. Leave a comment. I don't know. I'll see you in the next one.